So the fixed income market is about $106 trillion. And right now, 60% of that market trades at less than 1%. So you've got a lot of people who need yield, and fixed income used to be the ballast in the past. And clearly, it's not going to provide that yield going forward. So what do investors do? So I think this is where we're going to see a lot of innovation in the whole index industry, and it will encompass, you'll see more fixed income indices. You'll probably see more risk control indices that have very stable mechanisms. They lower the volatility. Probably going to see long short products. So I think all these kind of products will begin to help address some of the problems that investors are facing these days.
So some of that is actually really more from the structure, though, not the index itself, because you take an index that may be all equity or largely equity, and you stick that into some kind of structure, whether it's an FIA or a structured note or a RILA, the registered index linked annuities. You know, you get a really different risk profile that looks a lot more like fixed income. And it seems like that it would have some fundamentally different design components. Can you talk about, well, that was like 3 questions in one. So just go ahead. Like, I just think this is a really fascinating topic.
Sure. So I think what you're seeing is really, in general, this one big principle. What you're seeing is a lot more sort of structures inbuilt into indices. And what these structures aim to do is really mitigate volatility. So let me give you a few examples. So in the risk control index world, which is where a lot of these indices are used in annuities or RILAs, what you're seeing is more complex mechanisms. So we're really seeing mean variance optimization being used. We're seeing risk control features. And really what these features essentially do is they lower the volatility. So that's what investors need as a fixed income replacement. And then secondly, the other interesting development that we've seen in the ETF world is we've seen a bunch of indices called target outcome or defined outcome. So these have become very popular, and essentially what they do is they take a regular benchmark index and they will have some buffers. So they'll have some puts and calls to try and provide, again, a more smoother payout. So they'll do it in a different manner to a risk control index, but essentially the objective is the same. It's trying to stabilize the volatility, stabilize the returns, that now these indices can have a wider application in a lot of product wrappers. And an ETF is a wrapper, an annuity is a wrapper, and a structured product is a wrapper.